Hello, everyone, and welcome back to the Cup Council. How are we all? Hopefully, all of you are having a fantastic day from wherever you are around the world. And welcome back to yet another post-match reaction to, of course, Liverpool beating Brentford by 1-0. Yes, it is now 6 games in a row now for the Reds that we've managed to beaten teams, which, of course, that hasn't been the case so much this season. But still, even though it was, don't get me wrong, not a horrific performance, but again, it wasn't the cleanest performance either from the Reds. But again, a win is a win, and I'd much rather I'd much rather win scruffy than, of course, not get all 3 points as well. And I think hopefully all of you guys will think like that as well in the comment section down below. But of course, obviously, massive, obviously, shouts to Mohamed Salah as well. Obviously, getting the winner in today's game, of course. Obviously, lovely cushion header across from Virgil van Dijk, and obviously Mo Salah slots it away to get him now to 100 goals at Anfield as well, which of course absolutely fantastic. And again, let me know your guys' thoughts as well. Let me know who your man of the match is in the comment section down below. And also as well, of course, let me know your guys' thoughts on Mohamed Salah getting to 100 goals at Anfield, of course. And of course, Mo at the moment, of course, is equal with Steven Gerrard at the moment as well on the all-time list as well. So again, Mo breaking all the records at the moment. And of course, not only him, of course, Ali as well, keeping 100 clean sheets now for Liverpool, which of course is absolutely fantastic news as well. Anyway, apologies if I am a bit blurry right now. I don't know why it's blurry for some reason. Let me see if I knock this off. Well, if I knock this off, it might potentially help it a lot. There we go. I've turned that off now. But again, guys, let me know your guys' thoughts in the comments. And of course, if anyone is new around here, then please hit that like button, please hit that subscribe button as well. Of course, we are, I believe, 5 away from a K. So if we can hit that 1K mark, we very much appreciate it as always. Making it 6 wins on the spin now, up the Reds as Chris grinding that win out in the end of top 4. Still slim with United and Newcastle having 2 games in hand. We all we can do is win our remaining games. Well, yeah, absolutely, and that's the thing. Look, judging from the probability scale of it, again, Liverpool won't be able to get top 4 this season, but you never know. If Newcastle slip up, if United slip up, Liverpool have to be there. And I think that's the most positive thing around it is the fact that Liverpool have to be on it and have to be around the conversation, for example, in terms of trying to get top 4. And hopefully, of course, we can do that. Hopefully with a slip up by United or Newcastle. But Brentford had a fantastic season. They were worried of second season syndrome for them, but they have got even better this season. Yeah, again, I have my comments on Brentford. Again, they've done fantastic, but again, today's game, honest to God, the amount of everything, I think even if somebody, I think if Ibu sneezed next to one of their players, or Ivan Toney, just goes down all the time. But again, that's the success that Brentford have made for themselves, and fair play to them as well. But again, I think, look, it wasn't the prettiest of games, but I don't think Brentford really tested Liverpool defensively. If I'm being perfectly honest, I think Liverpool at times didn't help themselves, but I don't think Brentford really created much damage up top. If they did, of course, there might have been another story today. But look, I think that Liverpool defensively handled themselves well. I think Virgil van Dijk showed some of the best signs of him again today. Fabinho as well. I thought I had a very, very good game as well. Of course, Trent in that new role, obviously. He's been brilliant ever since it's become a thing now for Liverpool. So again, obviously, there's multiple people. Obviously, Mo we could talk about as well. But yeah, I think it wasn't the prettiest of performances, but again, it wasn't as awful but as what, of course, we have seen Liverpool this season anyway. But again, we won a league title by grinding out results, and that's what you would prefer. I'd rather Liverpool do that than, of course, do what we have done and play decent at times in some parts of the game. and then done absolutely awful in terms of the result, me personally anyway. But Brentford hardly tested us, in my opinion. They lacked cutting edge, which was usually for their attacking qualities. Yeah, I 100% agree. I think Ivan Toney is, he one hell of a player, but I think he has to be further up the pitch. Again, he caused problems when he came inwards, and of course, did brilliant link up play at times for Brentford. But again, Ivan Toney needs to be in the box. He needs to attack. He needs to be a threat. And again, I thought Liverpool did well to deal with that, to be fair. But best goalkeeper in the world, with 100 clean sheets. Without him this season, we would be mid-table like Chelsea. 100% agree. Chris, 1000% as well. Obviously, Doug is in as well, saying let's get Conor Romano to 1K as well. Yeah, if you could, very much appreciate it as well. Of course, hit those obviously hit the like button as well, guys, as well. Very much appreciated. As always, I think we're on 9 likes at the minute, so we can get to 20 before the end of the show as well. Be very much appreciated. And again, there is a link as well in the description if anyone does want to join as well and have their views and have their thoughts on the game as a whole as well anyway. But obviously Doug saying as well, hit that like button and subscribe if you're new. 100%. We played Brentford game today, yeah, and we won as well. Didn't we, Zane? But yeah, no, yeah, look, Liverpool wasn't at their best. It was like Fulham midweek. It's not, it won't be a very memorable game. Let's just say that. But look, 3 points is 3 points. And now we have a full week's rest now. We have, I think, is it Leicester now away from home? And then I think we play Villa, and then I don't know who we're away to on the last day of the season. I can't quite remember. But again, Leicester on Monday now. So, of course, we'll have Ant on the channel, hopefully, to talk about Liverpool Leicester as well. That should be fun. But tally will be Salah's 30 goals. Nunes should have scored after that pass, but Darwin will be just fine. Yeah, look, that chance by Darwin, I think at the moment he is lacking confidence. At the moment, I think Darwin, if he had, I think what needs to happen, he needs to have an absolute banger of a goal. Once he has that, I think he'd be completely fine. But again, look, he should have scored. I think he should have scored twice, to be fair, tonight. But again, look, I think next season, I think Darwin's going to be amazing for Liverpool as well. And of course, having, the availability of having both, him, Gakpo, Jota, Salah on the pitch as well. I think that was obviously a brave choice from Jurgen as well today. But even still, I think, look, at the end of the day, very much so, like, it gives you a variety of options. Even if you want, Darwin on the pitch, if you want Darwin on, if you want Gakpo on, if you want Jota on, again, it offers you very much a high possibility of what you can do as well. But the champions next season, let's not get ahead of ourselves, Gary. We need to, again, get the signings in the door, of course. I don't know how we win as long as, I don't care, sorry, how we win as long as we win. As long as we do that, if a team's above around us drop points, there's a good chance we can make top 4. Yeah, well, we'll have a look at the league table in a moment as well. To be fair, but confident Darwin scores that. Yeah, no, absolutely. I think that's the thing, isn't it, though, guys? It's at the moment Darwin, he's not confident at the moment. Let me quickly get a league table up for you guys, but yeah, Darwin isn't full of confidence at the moment, of course, considering the fact that, again, you look at it, he's been out the team the last couple of weeks. Of course, I know the last 2 games, of course, he has started for Liverpool, but then I think even when you take into consideration next week as well, will Darwin start for Liverpool? I don't know. At the moment, I don't know. I think next season he does, 100%. But at the moment, I think Jurgen's preferred 3 is probably Luis Diaz, Cody Gakpo, and Mo Salah, I think at the moment anyway. But we'll take a quick look anyway at the league table for you guys. We can quickly get that up anyway. Where's it gone? There it is. So yeah, at the moment, of course, you can see Liverpool and Manchester City the most informed teams at the moment, like it used to be anyway. But yeah, you look for there again. Liverpool, they have played, of course, 2 points more than the likes of Newcastle and Manchester United. But again, if we had just beaten, the likes of Bournemouth and maybe nabbed a goal here and there, how much it would have looked. Well, how much difference it would have looked as well. But again, you look at the next couple of games. You look at in particular Newcastle again. Newcastle, they have Arsenal, West Ham, Manchester United. It's going to be very, very tough, I think, over the next couple of games for both of these teams as well. So again, Liverpool, that's all we can do. As you can see, but there we're 1 point behind United with 2 games, of course, on both of them. But as long as Liverpool keep on winning, that's the most important thing. And yeah, that for me is the most important part. Is if Liverpool win every single game from now until the end of the season, we've done our job in that instance. Again, it's not good enough for the entirety of the season, but considering where we was probably even a month ago or even a bit further back than that, again, it's probably been the best situation, best possible outcome. Then I should say. But again, obviously Europa League next season. I think Jurgen, yeah, I think even in the press conference he just said, it was obviously on Sky just now, of course, saying again it's a very slim chance that Liverpool get top 4 this season. If again, if Newcastle and United both get, if they both beat the likes of Arsenal and West Ham tomorrow, it does again then put another downer on it. And again, I think if the both of them was to do that, I think again Liverpool, I think probably then would be out to the top 4 race. I think because again, you look at it, United then would only need I think 4 points from 4 games, which of course isn't impossible to happen. But again, look, the likelihood of it is very, very slim as well. So again, I think obviously as Eamon has said today as well, good seeing you as well. Team top 6 is secured. Now, yeah, it is. I think now. So again, Europa League football is confirmed. But I don't know if you like it, if you don't like it. But still, look again, the hope is still there for Champions League, and it's like I just said, if Liverpool can just keep the pressure on, you never know what could happen as well. So it'll be very, very interesting to see because again, goal difference as well might play a big part. Obviously, it's again spoken about in terms of relegation, in terms of top 4. If we quickly have a look back on that on the league table, look at it at the moment. Of course, Liverpool plus 25, United on only plus 9 as well at the moment. Of course, obviously Newcastle have a better goal difference than us at the moment, but even still, you look at United. I think more or less, again, that's the main thing we want to look at as well. So again, that might come into play, but again, I'm not entirely sure. Again, Liverpool can get top 4, but still, Liverpool can put pressure on it. Happy days. That's what I would say anyway. But Mark's in saying still not a very convincing win, but bringing home the points as well. Yeah, absolutely. Gakpo left midfield, I think, Connor. No, I don't think personally. I think Gakpo's better. He's better running through the midfield. I think like as the false 9. But then again, if anyone watched Jurgen's press conference afterwards, he said it himself. It's unclear yet what Liverpool are going to do next season. They could very well keep this new formation, keep this new style of play at the moment that, of course, we're currently playing at the moment. Or, of course, with the new players that we bring in, we might change system again. So I don't think there's any concrete way Liverpool are going into next season yet. I think that will be decided, of course, with like Jurgen said, in terms of the players that we sign and who we bring in. But realistically, at the moment, I think considering the fact that the latest rumours are, of course, with McAllister and Mason Mount again. Again, I think that this new style is probably the way that Liverpool are going to go forward. But again, maybe Jurgen might go to a 4-2-3-1 more permanently. If, of course, then we go and get somebody like Ugarte potentially as well. Because again, I think Liverpool should 100% go after Ugarte in that instance. But again, look, that's a whole different conversation for another day as well. But obviously, Mark's also saying, see who we bring in, formation might change a bit as well. Yeah, no, absolutely. Like I just said, I think at the moment, I don't think even Jurgen knows what he's going to do for next season, because I think if for example, like if we brought in McAllister, Mason Mount, and not Gravenberch, sorry, uh, McAllister, Mount, and Ugarte potentially, again, potentially Liverpool might stick with this formation. Obviously, McAllister on the left hand side of the midfield, Mason Mount on the 3, and then Ugarte for where Fabinho is at the minute. But again, I don't know particularly what Liverpool are going to do next season. I don't think any of us do, apart from McAllister anyway, at the moment. But of course, no, we'll walk away from transfer news. Of course, let's talk about Mohamed Salah. Again, getting the winning goal for Liverpool tonight as well. Of course, it's 100th goal for Liverpool at Anfield, of course, which is absolutely outrageous when you think about it as well. Again, I think Jurgen said it best. In a couple of years, obviously you'll be a pundit. Obviously in a few years' time, and we'll be speaking about how Mohamed Salah is one of the greatest Liverpool players ever in our history. And I absolutely agree with Jurgen. Of course, we've spoken about him plenty of times being easily Liverpool's best 11, best ever 11, I think, over the years, and of course Premier League as well. And I think Jurgen also said, rival fans and just sports people in general haven't taken in yet how special Mohamed Salah is. I think when you read all the statistics concerning Liverpool and Mo Salah and just everything in general, I think people will look back at it and go, Jesus Christ, he was one of the best players ever in the league. I just go back to last season, the beginning part of last season, when, of course, he was getting probably called the best player in the world at the time, by us, of course, but I think just by everyone, he was getting called the best player in the world. And then this season, supposedly meant to be a flop, not good enough, this, that, and the other. Of course, there has been some frustrating times this season concerning Mo, but again, 30 goals, I think 31, I think goal contributions this season. Again, absolutely brilliant from Mo. And again, I think you just, like I said, go through his numbers, and he is elite, and I mean elite, in terms of the numbers as well. So, again, for me, I think, in my personal opinion, obviously Mo easily gets into any Premier League team. When we talk about, I think even when people were talking about Premier League Hall of Fame, Mo Salah gets in Premier League Hall of Fame easily. I think once he retires, in my personal opinion anyway, and I think in many people's opinion as well, Mo is a legend, not only Liverpool legend, of course. Obviously, he's our one true king. No other king, anyway. But of course, if you know, you know. But again, look, I think Liverpool and Mo Salah was a match made in heaven. And again, when he retires, we'll know about it as well, I should say, to be fair. But let me know your guys' thoughts as well and let me know your man of the matches as well, guys, in the comments, because I think there'll be different options as well, or different varieties of man of the matches as well. To be fair, but Mark says still room for improvement, and that's what we should be doing all the time. Yeah, exactly. That's the thing. Like, can Liverpool play a lot better? Yeah, 100%. Like, again, today, was it convincing, 100% of the time? No, it wasn't. But you look at that first half, and I think Liverpool could have really punished Brentford if we'd done the right, situations. Obviously, I know that Darwin missed that opportunity, covering the whole game in itself. In the first half in particular, you had Darwin missing that chance, Cody Gakpo missing 2 chances as well, in that second half as well. But again, different varieties, again, and different combinations working as well. Luis Diaz as well coming on. I didn't think Lewis had or Lucho had a good game. Well, I think he had like a mid game, didn't he? But again, obviously, it was a bit hard to get into that game, to be fair, anyway. But still, yeah, there is massive room of improvement for every player today. Get in as well. Hello, Luke or Ricky. Let me know who it is. But yeah, if anyone does want to join as well, there is a link in the description. If anyone does want to join and have their say. Evening, Luke, as well. Curtis Jones for me, says Doug. Curtis Jones, shout. Salah needs the Ballon d'Or. Does he? I don't think he does. Do you know what? I was looking at something the other day, and you look back at that 2017, 2018 Ballon d'Or, and I think it was 2018, wasn't it? And you go through, I think it was a Ronaldo, Messi, Modric at the time as well. You go through all the accomplishments, sorry, what they did throughout that entire season, and you look at Mo, and you're like, how on earth didn't he win the Ballon d'Or that year? Like that was outrageous as well. But again, look, obviously, I don't think Mo will win a Ballon d'Or because again, look at Mo Salah, like I said, in his first season. Look at look at Virgil van Dijk in 2018-19. Should have won the Ballon d'Or, didn't. Missed out to Messi as well. So again, when you look at it like that, of course, I think a Liverpool player should have won it by now as well. I know Michael Owens won it for Liverpool when he was at Liverpool, but I think more recently as well, to be fair. But Eamon's comment, Mo had to play with new players, take time, but he's still hitting the numbers. Absolutely, 100% agree. As well, this is the thing. I think Liverpool, for me, next season, like when you look at our team again at the moment, it isn't the finished article. It's not. It's way off of it. Like Liverpool aren't screaming at the hills, being absolutely perfect like we was last season. We're not. But and this is the thing that we're all hoping for. As long as Liverpool can get the right players in the door, like I think if we can get McAllister in, if we can get Mount, Gravenberch, Ugarte, whoever Jurgen Klopp wants in that midfield, go and get them. Because again, I know some people are concerned about. I was speaking to Ricky about this earlier on, in terms of obviously Jurgen's comments yesterday about not being pulled around in the transfer market in terms of Liverpool. They won't overpay and won't pay an overpriced fee for players. But I think for Liverpool, obviously the main target is McAllister. We know that for a fact. There's supposedly a deal in place already, which hasn't got confirmed yet. But it only takes that one or two signings to change the season. Look at it with Van Dijk and look at it with Alisson, for example. Those two people changed Liverpool forever. And that's the thing. Liverpool don't need 5, 6, 7 players to come in this summer and to just completely change everything. You probably need 3, I think, at the moment, for how the squad is working. But in terms of the main 11, you only need 2 or 3 like players that come into the door and change things automatically to skyrocket the team again. That's the thing. The attack is there. You look at the front 5 at the moment in terms of next season, of course. Sadly, not Bobby Firmino there at the moment, of course, but obviously next season, of course. But again, you've got Darwin Núñez, you've got Cody Gakpo, Mo Salah, Diogo Jota, Luis Diaz as well, and then the defense as well. You've got Trent, Robbo, Van Dijk, Canate as well. If you might need to bring in another centre off, but in that midfield is crucial. It's so crucial. It's so crucial. And you have to get it right, because if you get it wrong again, you're back to plan. You're back. Sorry, to plan A, or to try and fix it again. You're back to nothing. And I think that's the thing where getting McAllister. If Liverpool were to get McAllister, Ugarte, and either Gravenberch or Mason Mount, I think that would be enough for Liverpool to at least challenge back into that top 4. Whether or not to go on and challenge for a league title, I'm not sure yet. I think again Liverpool have to fix some sort of issues, but again Liverpool are not down and out as of like, we need like I think over the next couple of seasons, we need a rebuild in terms of defenders, in terms of structure wise. Again, Liverpool might look for a right back this summer and move Trent more into midfield for next year. You don't know. But again, I'm more than confident of Jurgen Klopp fixing this team and giving a new life to that midfield, and giving more of a a positive end to it, I should say anyway. But Philip says, whilst I had Coppish on during the match, someone in the chat said that Salah was washed if he wasn't if he's washed and scoring like he is. I wouldn't. More players being washed and doing the same as well. Yeah, no, absolutely. As well, absolutely. Eric on another win for happy days as well. Absolutely brilliant as a fan of good seeing you as well. Hello, evening to Brian as well. Salah should have won. Salah should have won it, but I feel he will get it. Maybe one day. Maybe next season, for example. Welcome, Pan and Brian as well. Let me quickly scroll down. What else do we have? I checked on Twitter, Connor. We need 14 new players. Yeah. Again, we don't need that. Need 3 or 4. I think for the summer is perfectly fine. A right back, an attacking mid, and a goalkeeper. Why do we need a goalkeeper? Oh, what, just in case we sell Kelleher? I don't think Liverpool get a new goalkeeper, if I'm being honest. I think either A, we don't sell Kelleher, or we promote Davies up as number 2, in my opinion, to be fair. But again, let me know your guys' thoughts. Just buy a right back and stick Trent in midfield. Then we only need 2 midfielders. It will save us. Any right backs are cheaper than centre mids. Yeah, 100% agree. I think, to be fair, I think Liverpool are currently looking at, is it that young Ajax right back at the moment? I think he's out of contract next year. I think I'm not entirely sure on that situation, but yeah, I'd agree 1,000%. Rob as well, and a new manager, Brian. Jeez, no, absolutely not, absolutely not. What else do we have? Badger's in as well, saying, yeah, that again, it wasn't the best. I would agree, I absolutely agree. It wasn't the best, but again, 3 points is more. Better than nothing, I should say. But a few teams looking at midfielders. Yeah, you've got, of course, you've got us, City. I think United are looking at 1 or 2. Arsenal as well. I think midfielders this summer are going to go for crazy amount of money. You look at Declan Rice, for example. Declan Rice has one more year on his deal. He's reportedly going for £100 million next summer. Which, if that's true, then Jesus Christ, like if Declan Rice is going for 100 million quid, then I don't want to know what anyone else is going for next summer anyway. But yeah, that's the way the market's going though. Like you look at, at the moment, if things are true in terms of Mason Mount and that story, at the moment, like are Liverpool going to be dumb enough to pay stupid amounts of money? No, they're not. But a team like Manchester United are. Look at Harry Kane, for example. You already know what's going to happen this summer. Tottenham, United are going to want Harry Kane. Tottenham are going to outprice him. And then there's going to be that whole debate then of, is Harry Kane worth 100 million? And he's not. Like, he's nowhere near worth 100 million with 1 year left on his deal and his age. Again, will score you plenty of goals, 100%. But is he worth over 100 million for 1 year left on his contract? No, not in my opinion. But again, other people would disagree. And it's like with Chelsea. Chelsea will turn around and go, oh, well, yeah, we want 80 million for Mason Mount, but he's got 1 year left on his contract. But still, we want 80 million because that's what we value him at. Again, Chelsea won't get the money for him because no team, literally, Liverpool could go back in 6 months' time and go, okay, we'll sign Mason Mount now for 10 million? Something like that. Chelsea at the minute could probably get 40, 35 million for Mason Mount at the moment. If they wait until the summer or wait until next summer, of course they'll lose him on a free. But yeah, that's just my thoughts anyway. But I agree. Give him the number 8 jersey as well. What's this with Trent? Or are we talking about somebody else? You might be on about Trent there. Poor passing performance, poor ball control, poor position as well. We won, Badger. We won, for God's sake. Badger, are you for real? Again, it wasn't the best performance. It wasn't, and I will agree with that. But again, we got 3 points. If Liverpool played poor and we got 3 points, that's something to be happy about. Chat, I would agree. I would say that at least anyway. But yeah, exactly. Connor, Badger, your negativity is a killer mate as well. As fan of Badger, be happy. We won, for God's sake. I don't agree with going for players like Mason Mount and other players from Chelsea. Again, look at Ox though, and look at you say that. Look at Mo. Mo went to Chelsea, left, went to Fiorentina, went to went to Roma, come back to Liverpool, and it's been absolutely amazing as well. So again, don't judge it by that. I would say, um, but again, for me personally, Mason Mount could be an absolute star for Liverpool. He could. The only problem for me personally with Mason Mount is price. I do not want to pay over 40 million for Mason Mount. It's as simple as that for me personally. I 100% want McAllister. Alexis McAllister. Liverpool want Liverpool want a Gundogan type player. He is that player. He is someone that can be that type of player for Liverpool in the midfield, and that's what I expect Liverpool to be going after. And again, if you're paying 60 million for it, which looks to be the price at the moment, it looks to be 60 million plus add-ons, I think, at the moment. Again, there's no real clarity on what's happened with McAllister. There's something that's happened over the last 24 hours, but again, it would not be surprising if you heard on Monday something with McAllister. That's all I'm going to say. Again, judging from what was said last night and what was said this morning by certain individuals, because again, there's just been those odd one or two rumours. I would not be surprised if it's Fabrizio Romano going, deal agreed, blah blah blah. I would not be surprised, because Brighton at the minute are firmly getting their business done, and I think Liverpool want to get their business done early as well. So again, hopefully, fingers crossed, for McAllister signs. Get him signed, Liverpool. Get him signed. But yeah, I wouldn't be surprised by Monday if there is anything out on McAllister anyway. Nobody will pay 100 for Rice. He's free 12 months later, 65 maximum. There's no bidding war for him as well. Arsenal, I think, at the minute. I think at the moment. This is a problem. Everyone is scared to speak their minds. I'm passionate, but obviously, it seems like we become so. I don't think we're becoming soft. I think again, you can be very. I think you can be openly critical of Liverpool, and again, you can be. Like, look at the midfield recruitment, for example, has been poor for over the last 4, 5, 6 years. But again, I think in terms of the team performance, I think you can be a bit disheartened, but then again, you can be a bit positive about it tonight, I think, as well. But again, everyone's thoughts are shared out on the channel as well. Like, I'm not saying anyone in particular is wrong. I'm not even saying I'm right. I am right. But no, I'm kidding, of course. But again, everyone's thoughts and opinions are shared as well. Because again, I could say something that one of you guys might not agree with, and that's 100% right. So you're wrong, but I'm joking, of course. That was actually 14 players you listed. I listed 14 players, did I? What was it? Bellingham, Mount, McAllister, Gravenberch, Ugarte, Timber, Inacio, who else? Plenty of other people that's on the market. No way. No way anyone would pay that price as well. Absolutely. The reality is, we get rid of 14 players, we will struggle to replace 3 or 4 of them, mate. Get in the real world as well. So kind of Ox is on both rubbish. He is currently rubbish. He was good at one point. I would say, to be fair, but 4 away from 1K. Are we really? Let me have a look. So yeah, if anyone is new around here as well and do like the content, then please hit that subscribe button. We are 4 away as well. But yeah, as Mark, I'm just going to quickly look at the chat. As Mark is saying, please don't spam in the chat as well. Thank you, Mark, for reminding the chat as well. Yeah, please don't not spam as well. But yeah, Doug saying let's get to 1K as well. Very much appreciate it as always. If we could, what else do we have? Guys, let me know around the match as well. I know Curtis Jones has been shouted out. I know Ali's been shouted out. For me, I think Virgil deserves a shout tonight. Thought he was very, very good tonight. Mo as well for the goal. and look threatening as well every single time. Mo had, again, should have had, I think, at least 2 assists to Cody Gakpo as well. I think for me, it's a mixture between Virgil and Mo. I think personally, obviously Rob with the party emoji. Trent was immense tonight as well. Yeah, Trent's another one. I forgot. Didn't even think about Trent. I'm passionate. I already read that one out. Evening as well, says Brian. What's the report price for Alexis chat? It's 60 million at the moment. Rob. Again, like I said, there's reports of a bid being accepted of 60 plus add-ons, but again, there hasn't been real clarity on that. I would say as of today, anyway. Guys, my chats for some reason go on up. But I say we won the Premier League, then signed Thiago into pro and barely played. I say something that I on as well. Don't know what that's all about. But again, Liverpool for me, I think. Look, did they make a mistake? No. In signing Thiago. Thiago at the time was the best midfielder in the world, probably apart from Kevin De Bruyne, as well at the minute. So I think, to be fair, Douglas as well. Badger, why are you worried about 2019? Is 2023 move on? I will speak my mind on this as well. Yeah, it's good to have your opinions, but again, be respectful of Badger as well, to other people as well. Again, I allow people to have their thoughts and opinions as well, 100%. But again, please be respectful to one another as well in the chat. Seems like McAllister, Mount, Grambridge are the targets. Yeah, according to Neil Jones, I think it was as well. But again, I think look, it's a pretty good list, but I think we need a DM in that list as well. Badger, the reality is we won, and we couldn't change who we brought in. That's out of our hands as well, absolutely. McAllister and Mount for 100, 110 plus Ugarte as well. I'd love that. If that could ever be possible, I'd love that. To be fair, Bry as well. But yes, it is out of our hands. But I will say something as well. I don't know again what that's on about. As anyone, Justin saying, anyone rate Alex Scott? Yeah, as Rob said, but yeah, I'm Footy Manager. He's very, very good. What else is it as well? Is it Liverpool? There was that report, wasn't it? I think 2 weeks ago of like, oh yeah, Liverpool are looking at him, but Bristol want to buy back. They want to buy back, and they want to loan back as well, which I don't know why they'd want to buy back in the clause as well. But I don't know whether if that was a typo who reported it. But yeah, the loan back made sense a little bit. But again, I think even for that, I think you're looking at maybe what 60, Jesus Christ, 30, 35 mil. I think Bristol wanted as well. Canate was a beast corner as well. Yeah, absolutely. You want Salah out, really? Who's this? Who is demanding Mo Salah out? Yeah, again, Badger, please don't spam as well in the chat. Getting good players up is very quickly as well. No Badger listed 14 players that wanted out as well. As Mark said again, yeah, please don't spam as well. There's 40 people in here as well, so if there is anyone new and just tuning in as well, if you're new, then please hit that like button. Please hit that subscribe button as well. We are nearly there, I think, in terms of 1K. Again, but still. If you could, very much hit that like button, hit that subscribe button as well. Very much appreciate it as always, of course. And yeah, let me know your guys' thoughts on the game itself. Of course, Liverpool winning, but 1-0. Obviously, Mo Salah, obviously winning and scoring a goal for Liverpool, absolutely brilliant as well. But again, just in general, Mo's 100th goal in the Premier League. 100 goal, no, it's not 100 goal in the Premier League. What am I on about? 100 goals at Anfield, I should say, as well, to be fair. But again, obviously Mo, absolutely brilliant. Which again, look, at the end of the day, I think overall, it is pretty much, I think now, in terms when we talk about Mo and obviously the history books, again he's 1 goal away from getting over Steven Gerrard's records, but I think he's 30 something or 40 something goals away now from the next phase as well. So again, obviously it will be interesting to see if Mo does get thing as well. Badger, if you don't calm down, lad, I will time you out as well. I want to. Sorry, chat, if anyone's just coming in and seeing me, thing. Badger, again, I know you want me. Mark, don't know. Mark, or who's tending out? Mark, I would have dealt with that myself, mate, as well. Thank you for doing that. But again, I would deal with it. Again, I don't want people spamming. Again, I get Badger doesn't want Mason Mount, but again, just be respectful of other people as well, and that's for everyone in the chat as well. Again, I value everyone's opinions, but again, please don't spam over a considerable amount of time. I know you want Mason Mount out, or Mason Mount not to join Liverpool. That's your thoughts, that's your opinion, 100%. But again, just stop. When the fun stops. Like, again, please be respectful of one another, guys, as well, in the chat. McAllister was 70 max. We offered 80 for Jude. We won't pay 80 for second choice as well. Yeah, again, I think 60 as a max, I think, for McAllister. I know that report came out. I think it was Melissa Reddy came out in terms of saying that it was around 70 million that Brighton wanted. I think it'd be less than that, if I'll be perfectly honest as well. Badger, what do you want us to do about that? You've made your opinion known. We are respecting it. Start repeating yourself as well. Yeah, again, like I said, you're allowed your thoughts, you're allowed your opinions, but again, please don't spam. Again, Mark is one of the most, again, it's top mod. I will say that now. Again, but again, don't spam. That's the only thing I'm going to say as well. But again, guys, let me know your man of the matches as well in the chat. That's actually that's not good. Let's try it now. But still, if there is anyone new around here as well, please don't forget to hit that like button, hit that subscribe button as well. There's 35 people in as well. Obviously, I think we're on 22 likes, so if we can get to actually, we've got over 20. I said 22 and then didn't realize it. So yeah, if we can get to 25, 30, again, very much appreciate on that as well. But obviously, I haven't really spoken about it as well. Of course, the minute of appreciation, I should say, for the national anthem. I think Liverpool supporters did it correctly as well, if anyone did watch the game. And you know what? Fair play to them. And fair play to everyone that made a booing chant or F the Tories or any other type of thing. Again, obviously, clearly and well known, of course, what happened today in terms of mainstream media. Of course, I think already, or media. I think media already have tried to twist a few things in terms of, Liverpool disrespected the national anthem. Who gives a shit? Sorry for my language if there are any kids watching, but again, I was saying this. Me and my nan, we were having a conversation about this, and again, you look at all the money that's been spent on it just to put a crown on a king. Like, for me personally, again, I know people that have again, I know plenty of people that struggle with certain things in terms of bills, feeding the kids, feeding themselves as well. And you think of the amount of money that has been used that could be used elsewhere as well. You look at currently the NHS. You look at food banks as well. The amount of the rising numbers of food banks at the moment. That for me is abysmal. The fact that within the space of 10 years under this Tory government, you've had kids starving and families having to decide whether or not to heat their houses up or to put food on their table. I think that's wrong. I don't really want to move it away from football and things like that. The things like that annoy me so much when you've got this thing that costs and has cost X amount of millions and again been reported and X amount of things. But when you've got families, and young families as well, and old families and old people as well, experiencing real life struggles, it just makes you sick. And again, I hate it. And again, will never ever support anything like that for me personally. But again, just the fact that we have, we're living in one of the most, what's the correct word? You know, we have one of the most, what's the correct word I'm trying to find? You have the most wealthy countries in the world, and you have the poorest of people struggling day in day out for ends meet. And I think again that's wrong, in my personal opinion anyway. But again, let me know your guys' thoughts in the comments. Because again, I don't really want to talk about it like that. Of course, I like talking to football with you guys as well. But when things like this happen, it does really annoy me. And again, look, that's just my opinion. Again, some people might have different thoughts and opinions with me, but again, F the Tories, F the monarchy, and again, look, if anyone wants to come at me, they can come at me because I'm gay. But yeah, that's just my thoughts anyway. What else do we have? On this day, we walked away from Jude, Florian Plintenberg. Jude Florian Plintenberg tweeted they wanted. We walked away from Jude. They wanted 150. And we LFC think that we can get 3 midfielders at the same price. That sounded right to me at the time, and still looks that way. Yeah, exactly. Again, you look at the Jude situation as well. Look, I think judging from the reports as well, especially from Christian Folk as well, and him turning around and going, yeah, like he was Liverpool's 100%. Like there was a plan. Jude's family had a plan for Jude Bellingham. Like he'd go to Liverpool for a couple of years and then go to Real Madrid. And I know people, again, wouldn't like that and doesn't like that thought and opinion, which is rightfully so. And again, look, I think for me, McAllister will hopefully stay around for the entirety of the contract, even a bit longer. Mason Mount as well, if he did come in. Gravenberch, Yagate as well. They wouldn't see Liverpool as a stepping stone in that regard. And the way that came out, it did a little bit feel like that Jude was just using Liverpool to work under Jurgen Klopp to go up to Real Madrid. We already know he wanted to go to Madrid in certain ways, but again, I think in particular, I think Jude, for me personally, I think, look, if we can get McAllister done, then again, for me, that would be amazing. But yeah, if we can get 3 midfielders for 150, then that's absolutely amazing. Mount, McAllister, Ugarte would be 150. Yeah, probably even cheaper than that, if I'm being perfectly honest, bro. I seen a picture of him dressed in a gold robe. It's like something out of Game of Thrones. It's ridiculous. Can't believe it's still going on. Yeah, exactly. Again, I don't agree with it. Brighton may want 70 million for McAllister, but it doesn't mean they will get that for him, especially if they're the only team in for him as well. Obviously, I think Liverpool are the most advanced at the minute. I think United are keeping an eye on it, but again, I think it's Liverpool's to lose again because Liverpool apparently been working on McAllister for months. So again, hopefully that will be the case anyway. But spot on Con as well. Yeah, no, again, it just annoys me. Again, I apologise if we're moving away slightly from football. But yeah, it's just really annoying to me anyway. We're on 999. Are we actually? Are we actually on 999? Jesus, I don't know. We could be getting 1K by that, guys. If there is anyone new around here, or of course, if there is, we are on 999. Jesus Christ. If there is anyone watching, or everyone watching in the chat, if you could share the video out and like it, and if anyone is new, of course, please subscribe. But yeah, Jesus Christ, 1K, we're close. We are close. What else do we have? Rob saying, oh shit. Let's get that one person to subscribe as well. If you could, very much appreciate it. Subscribe if you haven't. Yeah, 100%. Right. Do not like the number 999 somebody sub, please, as well. Yeah, we need an emergency, to be fair. What else do we have? Quickly scroll down. Yeah, nobody likes that. Obviously, Badger's back in saying no idea. Again, I don't mind people having their thoughts and opinions as well, but please be respectful of everyone. That's the only thing I'm going to say on this. Connor, I don't see how Jude plays to fit in at Madrid. He is a Klopp player easy. Don't see how that will work for him, frankly. I kind of agree, but I don't at the same time. Again, I think Jude is very adaptable. The one problem I would have with it, though, if I was Jude's camp, is what's next for Jude Bellingham? You know, is Real Madrid it now for Jude Bellingham, or is it a move somewhere else in like 5, 6 years time? I don't know. Again, I think you look at it overall. Is Jude Bellingham to Real Madrid smart right now? No, I don't think it is. It was Jude to Liverpool smart? Yeah, it was. But again, Liverpool got outpriced of it. When you look at the entirety of the deal, it's looking around 170 probably, with price, contract, and agent fees as well. You're looking more around there. And again, Liverpool, we have more problems around the squads or around the midfield than we like to believe. Again, if we had signed probably two midfielders last summer, maybe we might have gone all in for Jude. But again, there wasn't any indication that Liverpool needed to do that. We all knew Liverpool needed to do it and sign a midfielder, but I don't think anyone expected the massive drop off that we saw, did we? So again, obviously, I know it's very much annoying in that instance as well, in terms of we know. Um, I think when we look at it in terms of Liverpool being able to reflect on it, and again, you hope now Liverpool won't make the same mistakes as what we have done over the last 2 years, in terms of waiting and waiting and waiting for a midfielder. Because again, nobody has seen, or nobody, I don't think there's not been one particular player that's had the saga that Jude Bellingham has with Liverpool, in my personal opinion, anyway. But let me know your guys' thoughts. Anyway, down the comments I've just seen as well. Oh, Jesus Christ. But what else we have? Either Rob as well, and then obviously Doug with 1K as well. Boom. Have we actually done it? Let me double check. Let me double check. Yeah, we've hit 1K. How wonderful. Thank you very much, guys, as well, for the support, as well, of course. Obviously, it's been a long time coming. I'm not going to lie. But again, look, massively thank you to all of you guys as well. That likes listening to me ramble on. I think that's the best way of doing it, to be fair. But again, thank you very much for all the support as well. But yeah, as Robert said, what a way to sign off. Yeah, we will head off in a moment anyway. Yeah, because we've been with 52 minutes. I did say it was only going to be 20 minutes on this as well. But thank you very much as well, again, guys, for all the love and support as well. Again, look, I love speaking about Liverpool. I love speaking to you guys about it. I love speaking about football in general. But again, did I think eventually we get there? At times, no. Personally, did we think we'd get to 1K? No. But again, look, we move on now to the next one, as well. Of course, we move on to the next, to the next one. I don't know yet what's next for the channel. I know Makendo's going to be saying that we can come work on my channel now. I already know what he's going to say. But again, look, again, thank you very much for the support, guys, as well, on the channel as well. Because again, look, we're going to have a busy summer. We're going to have a busy end of the season as well, of course. With again, we're going to be speaking about, of course, summer signings coming up. Again, what's happening around Liverpool as well. Of course, going to try and get more people on, as well. Try and get, again, more people on, more thoughts, more opinions as well. Try and get a couple of journos on to have some insight as well, potentially as well, and all that good stuff as well. But also, Doug saying, congratulations, mate. Thank you very much, Doug. Woohoo, says Rob, as well. Celebrate good times. Come on as well. I can't play that, unfortunately. Otherwise, I would, because otherwise I get copyrighted striked. And then we'd be in trouble, to be fair. But what a way to sign off as well. Yeah, very good way. Liverpool win and we get to 1K. That's been it, which is absolutely brilliant as well. 1K, nice one as well. Thank you, El Scouse, as well. Good seeing you. I don't think I've seen you in the last hour as well. Big up, Connor. Deserve mate. Thank you very much. Panav as well. Very much appreciated. If Jude signs for Madrid, can't see him starting for Madrid. Most likely he'll be on the bench player, in my opinion. excuse me. I think at the moment, I think he'll be swapping. I think in the next year you'll have Tuchemeni, Valverde, and Jude Bellingham as the midfield three. Um, Probably even maybe even Tuchemeni out, maybe Camavinga in that DM role at the moment. They have so much strength in that area as well. For God's sake. To be fair, Bri, the reason why I don't put anything on the green screen is because for some reason I need to buy a camera. That's what I need to do because I obviously I stream on my phone. Obviously, that's my old phone. Like I've got my new phone here, as you can see me with the chat up over here. But like I've always streamed on that phone. I need a camera because for some reason the phone doesn't resonate that very well. It freezes the stream that badly that again I can't get anything working. So maybe we'll have to try and sort it out as well anyway. But yeah, that will be a promise that I will try and fix. Again, I'm going to try and get camera, mic, everything sorted for next season. For the start of next season, or probably even the start of the summer as well, we're going to try and get everything done as well. But one milestone complete, on to the next as well. So thank you, Mark, as well. Long time coming, mate. Thank you, Doug. Congratulations, lads. Well in, Ali and Salah to the great 62 and 69. 39 million well spent to get 100, both 100 for them. Unbelievable. Yeah, absolutely. Justin saying, Colin, you should do call in as well someday soon. Congrats. Well, thank you, Justin. Yeah, again, I might do something like that. Again, we might have a debate on a certain thing as well. Yeah, maybe we might do that. Again, let me know your guys' thoughts on Justin as well. What Justin has said. Yeah, maybe we might do something in that as well. But Romano said he wanted to play for Liverpool for 4 years and then go to Real, but we couldn't pony up. Yeah, exactly. Which again, I don't think Liverpool would be willing to do that. They know in the fact of 4 years' time, Jude's just going to go. Well deserved as well, says Brian. Thank you, Brian. Bidwell, he won't survive 2 seasons there. Just look at Michael Owen and what happened there, and look at Gareth Bale. I know Gareth Bale, had a successful career at Real Madrid, but look, I think that's the thing where, again, I hope it works out for Jude. I honestly do because I think he's a superstar. Oh, a superstar in the making anyway. If he isn't already one, to be fair, but I think he'd be an amazing footballer, amazing midfielder. The only downside I can really think about Jude Bellingham at the moment is the tape around his knee or the support on his knee at the moment. At 19, having that again, we've spoken about it on a couple of videos. You just hope that it's not going to be too bad there as well. But maybe you can also put this on the green screen. Yeah, absolutely agreed, Justin, 100%. We'll have to try and do something, guys, as well. Hopefully, we might have a debate on a transfer that you guys as well. I'll try and get a couple of you on as well. But Bidwell, if Ancelotti leaves Madrid, Jude will be on the market 2-3 seasons again. Poor decision by him. Be interesting, wouldn't it? I thought he had just painted his wall green, right? No, it is a green screen. It is, I can tap it. It is a green screen. Like again, we did have the green screen working, but again, it doesn't work properly with this phone, so I have to get a proper camera sorted. Anyway, but blag a camera off McKindo. Yeah, I'll have to nick one off of when I next go up to Liverpool. To be fair, but yeah, guys, big thank you to all of you guys. Well, if we asked, are we still on 1K at the moment? Let me have a look before we do head off the stream, because knowing my luck, we'll end up losing a sub. Let me check this. Do we have? Yeah, we're on 1K as well. So again, if anyone is new, then please hit that subscribe button so we can continue the momentum going. Anyway, but of course, Liverpool beating Brentford by 1-0. Of course, big thanks to Mohamed Salah, and of course, Mo scoring his 100th Premier League, 100th goal at Anfield. I keep thinking it's Premier League goals, and of course, he's equal with Steven Gerrard now. Of course, on the all-time list as well. Of course, the Egyptian king, one true king. Of course, him and Kenny are the kings of Liverpool. And again, hopefully that, obviously, hopefully Mo will keep on adding to his tally as well. Anyway, but guys, big thank you to all of you guys. Big thank you to all the support as well. Like I just mentioned in the chat, Very much appreciated as always. Again, massive support. Thank you so much for that as well. And again, I just want to say a big massive thank you as well for hitting the 1K as well. And yeah, if you do like the content, please hit that like button. Please hit that subscribe button as well. Obviously, Brian saying as well, before we do it off, we'll read out comments. Tushmani, Bellingham, and Camavinga could be phenomenal. Valverde further forward, and Vinicius and Hendrick too as well. It's frightening, isn't it? That's a side that wins Champions Leagues season in, season out. I think. Thanks, Connor. Have a good night, everyone, as well. Yeah, hopefully have a fantastic rest of your bank holiday. Hopefully everyone as well has a fantastic rest of this Saturday as well. But yeah, guys, let me know your guys' thoughts on everything we've spoken about tonight's episode, at least anyway. But until next time, guys, that's going to be it from us. I've been Connor from the COP Council. I will see you all tomorrow, or maybe Monday, with maybe news, maybe. Or maybe a 1K special, who knows. But yeah, until next time, big thank you very much. And yeah, I've been Connor from the COP Council. If you haven't already, please like, please share, hit that subscribe button. I'll see you next time. Ta-ra.